Hello there. Thanks very much, first of all, for the kind messages about the car being stolen last week. Still no news, but it's been a slightly better week this week, you'll be pleased to hear. Or maybe you're not, I don't know. I'm going to do a review of Brooklyn Pilsner. Now, I started off by having a Steinhauser from Aldi, which I've done a review of previously. From a Pilsner, you're looking for fairly floral smell. Quite a dry beer, I find, with a nice hoppy kind of bitter finish. And it should be quite light, you know? And while Steinhauser from Aldi isn't marketed as a Pilsner, it's got all the characteristics, really. And it's an excellent fridge filler. But I've talked about Steinhauser before. And the reason why I'm putting it up against Brooklyn Lager is because Brooklyn Lager is Brooklyn Pilsner, fairly widespread. I've seen it around. I've seen the other Brooklyn stuff around. I know nothing about them really. I think it's UK brewed, which doesn't fill me with huge amounts of confidence. But at very least, 660ml bottle, by the way, big bottle, available in Lidl at the moment, part of their USA week. 4.6%. Steinhauser is 4.7%. So they're identical in ABV, nearly, near as damn it. Nice big glass. What I'm saying is this ought to be able to take on that. If it's got anything about it at all, it should be, well, I wouldn't say it needs to be as good as this was, because for a cheap beer, you really cannot go wrong for Steinhauser. But this isn't about Steinhauser, like I said. Brooklyn Brewery, Brooklyn Pilsner Crisp Lager. Let's give it a go. So it smells decent enough. It's exactly what you want for in a Pils aroma. A floral, sweet, slightly malty. But it's also got a hint of the hops coming through. So you know it's going to be a bit bitter. I hope it tastes as good as it smells. It does smell and look fairly decent. Let's give it a go. You good health? That's all right. That's okay. Steinhauser has got more of an edge to it. It's more bitter in the middle. This is more subtle. But on the back end, the bitterness comes through and takes longer to come through. I'm pleasantly surprised. That's all right. Like I say, I don't know anything about it. I've seen people reviewing Brooklyn Lager. I've just completely forgotten what they said. Water, malted barley, hops. Good start. Carlsberg Marston's Brewing Company. Um, yeah, brewed and bottled in the UK. Wherever in the UK is brewed and bottled, it isn't at the same place or using the same technique as where they make like Madri, San Miguel, and that awful other stuff they do. And I'm sure that this kind of beer conglomerate is responsible for some or all of those. This must be somewhere else, because even now it's still leaving that lingering bitterness, and there's nothing kind of like astringent about it. It is good. It's quality. It's what I want at the end of a working week, and the weather's lovely. So it's light, not heavily carbonated at all. Really lovely, light, smooth, but then a delicate bitterness starts. It's all quite delicate, and I don't mind that at all. It is more subtle than Steinhauser. I'm not going to say it's better. It's certainly not worse. It's certainly not worse. It's on a par, and that's high praise indeed. Because, as you may have heard me mention a little earlier, I love Steinhauser. Thanks very much for watching. Even really appreciated some of your comments this week. Always gratefully received. It's nice to hear and interact with other people and know that anyone else is paying attention. So really appreciate it. Thank you. And get yourself down to Lidl, get some Brooklyn Pilsner. Forgotten how much it is a bottle. I'll put it in the description. Here's to your good health.